Sheriff's Department, they are monitoring a reporter who exposed deputy gangs. Here it is.
The LA County Sheriff's Department started monitoring me after I wrote the history of deputy gangs. That's according to about 800 pages of emails they had to give me after I sued them for those records. That included direction to monitor my social media accounts, a crime report identifying me as a suspicious person, and my information being sent to the department unit responsible for monitoring license plates. This also wasn't limited to me. Several accounts that promoted my work online were also marked for monitoring. LASD created a 29-page dossier on at least one activist who promoted my work, which included he and his family and his roommates' social security numbers, home addresses, and personal phone numbers. The Sheriff's Department said in a statement that, quote, "We are not monitoring your social media accounts." But in that same statement, they also said that, quote, "In order for us to best serve our community, our employees read news articles and social media posts from various sources." They also just didn't respond to questions about the specifics of what is in these emails. I also want to mention that since I've reported on deputy gangs, I've received numerous death threats, like this one. Quick content warning, this threat is very explicit. I've always wondered if these were connected to the department, and these emails seem to suggest that it is.
Wow, what courage. And these cops are cowards. Put up the picture full mass. Journalist Cerise Castle, Miss Castle of the Los Angeles Public Press, went into detail about the surveillance in her report. So she wrote, in March of 2021, I published a 15-part series detailing the history of deputy gangs, cops who are gang members inside of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department. Email records released by LASD revealed that my work immediately attracted the attention of dozens of department personnel and triggered direct surveillance by the Sheriff's Department of at least one activist promoting my work. Those emails stem from a request I made on October of 2021 when I requested electronic records of any communications made by LASD that contained my name. The department denied my initial request, which prompted me to sue the Sheriff's Department in a civil court for the records. After nearly 2 years, LASD opted to settle the matter and turn over the records. More than 50 members of the Sheriff's Department sent more than 800 pages of emails about me in the course of just 7 months. Since reporting on deputy gangs, I have received numerous personal threats of death. Other threats have been directed at my family and loved ones. These threats have arrived via direct message on social media, email, and anonymous text. I have been pulled over while reporting on the Sheriff's Department. I have seen patrol vehicles stationed outside of my house. These emails confirm LASD monitored me, a reporter, performing her work, protected by the First Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, as well as other people they consider to be in my orbit. It's not clear the extent of which this is still happening. I have filed similar requests to the original filed in 2021, but have not received the records. The first email in the packet I received was generated via a request for comment I made on March 16th, 2021, following up on a previous request for comment for my then upcoming series on deputy gangs. Although the department never responded to my request, Deputy Abe Bedoyan, then of the Sheriff's Information Bureau, forwarded my email to several upper-level personnel 13 minutes after it was received. In his message, he wrote that he knows, quote, below allegations are currently being investigated, but I wanted to forward this to you, end quote. So recipients included then Captain Jose G. Mendoza, an alleged member of the Bandidos deputy gang. He has been since promoted to chief. 5 days later, on March 21st, 2021, the first 3 parts of the series were published. The following day, online chatter about the reporting on Twitter X caught the attention of Tracy Stanfield, then a crime analyst with the Sheriff's Department, who flagged and sent the articles to former deputy, Carrie Robels Placentia, an alleged associate, once again, of the Bandidos deputy gang. According to a job posting for the position, a crime analyst analyzes, prepares reports, and disseminates technical information and data relevant to actual and anticipated criminal activity to operational personnel to increase the effectiveness of patrol deployment, crime prevention, and apprehension of suspects. The Sheriff's Department declined to comment on how Stanfield came to the conclusion that doing work as a reporter is in line with criminal activity. Stanfield also has since retired, according to LSAD, and did not respond to comment. 2 days later, crime analyst Kimberly Dunn of the Records and Identification Bureau emailed a team of crime analysts working within the Sheriff's Information Bureau with instructions to, quote, keep an eye on me. Freelance journalist Ms. Castle is currently working on a series of articles that started being released yesterday. The project is called A Tradition of Violence, the History of Deputy Gangs in the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, she wrote. Just something to keep an eye on, to monitor what else she posts as part of this project and for potential doxing purposes as well. In response to the findings of this story, the Sheriff's Department said in a statement that, quote, we're not monitoring your social media accounts. Since taking office, Sheriff Luna has expressed the importance of transparency and the freedom of the press. Yet, in that same statement, they also said that, quote, in order for us to best serve our community, our employees read news articles and social media posts from various sources. The department is interested in news coverage from local and national media outlets that cover LASD and current events that may impact our community organization. We also take an interest in elected officials and numerous community organizations. Don's email is the first of a series of communications where the Sheriff's Department begins to circulate my personal information, including photos and social media profiles, as well as addresses and phone numbers of people LASD personnel believe to be connected to me amongst the department. Put them up. So you got Sheriff Robert Luna currently runs the department, replacing the disgraced former sheriff who was at the center of the deputy gang scandal. Here's what's telling more so than anything else. Not only their adversarialness to her, but also their unwillingness to actually respond thoughtfully about what's happening inside of the department. Not one correspondence was about cleaning up the mess. Not one. Mr. Mayor, thoughts here?
And there's a continuation of the first two stories from this day, and also a story that Black people have been telling a long time. There's something corrupt going on in the police department. And even if they're not as organized all over this country, talking about the gangs that exist within police departments, we see this gang behavior. And of course she's receiving threats because they see her as the ops. And when gangs see you as the ops, then they spy on you. They stalk you. Here's what I would tell the community. If you care about journalism, if you care about this person's life, you gotta put a close eye on her, because they will definitely try to eliminate her as a target. And this is scary to believe that it happens, but this is not new behavior in this country from police departments, and we can't pretend that it's not more normal than we hear about.
Yep. And she's doing the right thing by making sure this is very public. It is publicized, and she's not backing down. She's going to provide every bit of commentary required in order to stand up for justice. I'm very proud of you. Anything we can do at Indisputable, let us know.